4, 3. Well, hello there. Welcome to Tech Update. This is the 71st time we've done this, although judging by the last 5 minutes, you'd expect it to be the first.
Yeah.
Everyone doesn't get to watch what goes on here
Right before we start.
Our aborted attempts to begin this program. Everyone should be able to watch that from home.
We should capture for them.
All right, so welcome back. It was good to see you. After I know it was a late uploading last week of Tech Update.
I just took it off private right now.
Like, just now?
So they're getting double this week.
Oh, you get a double dose. You
double
get
dose.
You get a week-old episode and a new one right at the same time. How do you like that? We did that just for you. Basically, we're gonna read some news for you. I found some interesting stuff here this week, actually.
Yeah, there's a couple things.
One of which is my favorite story I've read in a while. Okay, and you know it's my favorite when I wave my hands around like that. And point
Enthusiastically, yes.
This is like, it's not that often that you get that sort of like Jetsons future story. All right, you know, like it just doesn't happen that often. Like every now and then, but very rarely. You go,
right.
Wow, that is future, dude.
Yeah.
And this is future. All right, Heathrow Airport.
Let's see it.
In London. They've been talking about this for a while, right? I remember them talking about these automated pod transportation systems. Well, they're actually the construction's done.
Really?
They're testing them right now. And what you're looking at is an electric vehicle that'll travel up to 25 miles per hour. It is completely autonomous, runs on its own roads in Heathrow, and will basically travel along any route between different predetermined locations that you want. So it's not like a train where it's point to point, where it's just A to B.
Right.
Like you can go from A to B, C, D, E, F, or G, and it drives on
straight there.
Straight.
Because it's private. It's only like a few people per.
You get in with like 4 or 5 people. You tap your location on a touch screen. The doors close, and this little thing takes off and takes you there. And then when you disappear, another one pulls up right behind it, waiting for the next people to ride it.
It doesn't sound that cool, like listening to it, but it actually is.
Oh, it's completely autonomous.
Yeah.
Like all of these vehicles communicate with each other. Like they all know where each other are at all times. They're not going to run into each other. They're not going to crash. They're all gonna. Supposedly the system completely works, and you know everyone's saying, you know, how awesome would it be? This would be great if this was like replacement for cars.
Yeah.
Like I'd be down with that. I'd be so down with getting in the car and hitting.
Kick your feet up and
go to work, and then just laying back for 45 minutes. It'd be awesome.
Maybe before we're dead.
So they're testing it there right now. It's gonna be running between parking to Terminal 5. If it goes well, they're planning on spending another $200 million to cover the entire airport with this automated transportation.
$200 million is a lot of money.
And that might be 200 million pounds, which is like
even
$3 trillion.
More. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this is gonna really excite you, so just prepare yourself. But issue 6 of the overclocker is now out.
What's that?
Don't freak out.
What is it?
Don't you remember the last time I announced the last 5 episodes?
No.
Basically, the Overclocker is the magazine for overclocking. Interviews with all the high-end overclockers, product reviews, all the latest like contests, how to like this is an article on how to beat the world record for SuperPi, like pretty much what you need, what it takes.
That sounds horrible.
Right? Isn't it really boring? Talks about the Gigabyte World Championships and what happened after them and who won.
I like that page turning effect.
This is one of those really, really nice magazine viewers that they make now.
Is it a real magazine or just an e-magazine?
It's an e-magazine, but this is like the
overclockers.
Don't need it.
They can't get their own magazine.
No.
Their own real magazine.
Well,
I can make an e-magazine.
Why would they want a paper? I mean, a paper version of it.
That's how you go legit.
They're overclockers.
That's how you're legit. You know you're legit when you have a like take cat enthusiasts for example. They have cat fancy.
Cat
right?
fancy. Yeah.
All right. That's how you know they are a legit force amongst our zeitgeist. Is when you have an actual magazine. Guns and Ammo. Those people are real, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cat fancy. They're real.
Okay.
Overclockers. Please.
Interesting theory.
I have a million of them. Guaranteed. Yeah, all right. Is there more in the magazine that needs to be discussed?
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
That's about it.
More stuff from Google.
They can check it out, you know.
Not for iPhone users, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
The Google blog announced that they're expanding the traffic information that you can find on the iPhone. And you know how they're, or not on the iPhone, on Google Maps. You know how they're doing it?
How?
Crowdsourcing.
So they're getting information from
Yeah.
the people that are actually looking at it?
So so basically, so if you have a like a Palm Pre or an Android phone, basically any phone that runs Google Maps that's not an iPhone,
Right.
The phone, as you're running maps, will determine how fast you're going while you're on the road, and anonymously send that data to the Google servers. So when Google servers notice there's a clump of cars all moving very slowly, it knows that's where traffic is, and updates the map in real time. So now, rather than having, because usually traffic reports now are 10, 15, 20 minutes old by the time you get them, because it takes some time for it to work its way through the system, this allows them to deliver absolute real-time traffic at all times on all streets. So it's not just highways. This works on basically all main streets that are out there.
Let me ask you a question, like a privacy question. How do they get access to your phone without your knowledge? Is that something you granted
you say I'm cool with sharing
in
my
your
traffic
EULA or whatever?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And one piece of bad news here for people that are still using WPA. We know a little while back. We know a little while back that they were able to crack WPA, but it would take like 15, 20 minutes, take a little bit of time.
Right.
Which oftentimes is too much time. Like by that time, whatever device is gone. And you can't get to it. Two Japanese dudes have figured out how to crack WPA encryption in 60 seconds.
Keep in mind, it's only the TKIP version.
Right, yes.
Which is a temporal key integrity protocol.
But 60 seconds.
That's ridiculously fast.
In fact, I think the TKIP is what most people usually use by default, isn't it?
It's what routers use as default. You should always set it to AES.
All right. So WPA2, you're all right still.
WPA2 Enterprise, AES, and then you're good.
You're good? Why Enterprise?
You know what? I never figured out the question, but I read like this article on how to protect your network.
WPA2 personal. Is that bad?
I don't know. I don't really know. I just read a life hacker article.
You're nothing to hide.
Yeah. You know what? If they want to look at my adult film collection, you know.
I got my computer's boring. My network's very boring.
I got nothing on there. I don't know if you heard about this, but Nokia just released this little, it's called the Booklet, I think it's called, or the Chiclet. Yeah, it's the Booklet 3G. Basically what it is, it looks like it's just a netbook. It's kind of like a souped up version of a netbook. It does have a couple outstanding features that are a little bit different, bringing some new stuff to the market, but it's more or less, but we'll get to the point of it. It has 8 GPS in it. It's got HSDPA, it's got a 3G modem in it. It actually has the ability to, sync with your Nokia phone. It uses Windows 7. It's got an HDMI output. And it's a little laptop. It's a little laptop, and then the best part of the whole thing was that it has a claimed 12-hour battery life.
How much is it going to cost?
I think
it's expensive.
It's very expensive.
If it's Windows 7 and it's all that 12-hour battery life,
it's very expensive.
Like $1,800. Right?
No, actually, well, it's an Atom Z540.
Oh, okay.
It's actually $799.
All right.
So I mean, it's not super crazy, but it's something.
NVIDIA. Big fan of theirs. You are.
Yep.
All right. So if you were to guess, say we're looking out 6 years, and you're looking at my screen, so you're just gonna have to go play with me here, okay?
Okay. I don't
looking
know.
out
play
6
with you.
years, you think, all right, how much more advanced is GPU performance going to get, right? And I see the producer also got in front of me on that one too. So now my entire thing is blown. 570 times increase in GPU performance expected over the next 6 years.
That's very impressive.
Is what we're talking about. If you had asked me, I'd have been like, 40 times.
Yeah.
In 6 years, right? I mean, because it's not like it seems like it doubles every year even right now. I mean, you look back at the last year of GPUs,
Absolutely
and
not.
it's like nothing's happened, right? Really, I mean, they've edged up a little bit, but nothing revolutionary has happened in the last year, really. 570 time GPU performance increases in 6 years, and that should mean that is that going to be able to recreate reality?
I don't know. I guess so.
In 6 years,
I mean,
570 times. You figure what we have right now is, it's not super close, but it's in the neighborhood, right? But like if you multiply that by 570,
that's a huge increase
you'd
of
think
power.
That we're going to be able to recreate
all sorts of
not be able to tell the difference between real and fake.
No, yeah,
right?
all sorts of crazy like augmented reality and ray tracing and all that stuff is going to come from that huge exponential increase.
Wonders for the porn industry.
Yeah, the porn industry is by far number one.
They're always out in front of everything.
They are,
and it's going to do wonders for them.
check this out. I think you would absolutely hate this, but maybe you'd like it. This is a campus party that happens in Spain, actually. I couldn't even begin to pronounce the name of where it happens, but pretty much they get 6,000 geeks to come out to this area. They have an 8.5 gigabit per second connection. That means that every single person there gets an 11 megabit connection. And they literally will stay out there for like days. They bring chairs, they bring food, they bring beer, and
it's like Burning Man for nerds.
it's like Burning Man for nerds. It really is, man.
Wow.
It's like Bonnaroo for dorks. And they'll sit out there, they'll build things, they'll game, they'll have like huge LAN parties, they'll have competitions, they'll do Arduino projects, wired circuitry, whatever. Like it's crazy.
Hey, whatever floats your
And
boat,
lasts for a couple
man.
days. I would love to go to that.
6,000 people.
That's fun,
What's
man.
the ticket to that party cost?
I don't know. I think it's like $40, but it didn't even mention it might even be free. I think I heard somewhere.
Oh, speaking of those people, I tried World of Warcraft Mountain Dew
Oh, I've tried that
recently. It's
All right.
disgusting.
I think it's all right. It's not horrible.
Gross.
There's a
I don't know
couple.
why I bought it. Oh, I now remember why I bought it. I was in line at Target.
You
and
saw
I was
them?
just so thirsty, right? And I was just dying of thirst. And they had, those little refrigerators that they have in the checkout line. And I was like, oh, I'll just get something out of here. And it was a whole fridge of nothing but World of Warcraft Mountain Dew. It's like apparently
Ooh.
they bought them out. They're like, we're gonna
gonna
force
get it.
people to drink this awful stuff. And I tried it. It's no good. So,
Drink it or die.
If you're thinking about it, don't. Just,
I had the Halo 3 one. That one wasn't too bad.
it was just horrible.
It was all right.
It's terrible. It's just, like 4 cents. It's 4 sips and I was
Did you see
out.
my new case? This thing is sweet. Oh, yeah.
What is it?
It's the Corsair Obsidian 800D.
Why is it so big?
Monstrous case. Just lots of really good stuff. I'm very
Why is
happy.
it so big?
Because it fits a lot of really big things in here. I mean, isn't it huge? It's almost too big. Like, it's ridiculous, right? Look at
Case that big too?
Yeah, it really is. It's
Why?
a little bit smaller than the box, but hot swappable bays, lots of fans. Really.
I like how he's trying to trick everybody into thinking he actually has the case when all he really has is the box. Like he finds this box out there.
Yeah, I just found the box
and
of
he
this-
drags it in here, trying to make everybody think that he has this really cool case. When there's nothing even in here. Like this is an empty box. Look at this. There's nothing here. It's empty. You don't even have this.
Do I actually have to go to my?
You don't even have it.
Do I actually have to go to my office and grab it just for you?
That's pathetic.
I'll go
would
get
just
it if
grab
you
a
want.
box from somebody else and try to make everybody think that you have this cool new case.
Actually, everybody here already knows that I have it because I posted it on Facebook.
All right, check this out. This is pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah, I feel a ton of money.
Did you see the tube?
Inflatable
Tube.
one? Yeah.
Inflatable tube. All right. What this is basically it's an inflatable convex screen, right? Or concave. That always messes me up.
On the outside,
Cave
it's
goes in, so it's concave. It's
on
a
the inside and
concave.
convex on the
So
outside.
looking at it from the outside, looking at this picture, it's a convex screen. Looking at it from inside, it would be concave.
That would have been a great spot for them to put in
When
the
I
picture.
said this picture.
Yeah.
It's always about 30 seconds behind, if you noticed.
Or 2 seconds ahead.
Right. This thing is actually kind of cool. It's about what, $1,500, right in that neighborhood. It's
Great way to make it
screen.
sound awesome. It's
you-
sort of kind of
But
cool.
what you need, you need your own projector, obviously, and you set this thing up inside.
more cost.
But it lets you sit like inside the game, man.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
But it's $1,440 if
Yeah.
if it's something that you would really like to try out.
Plus the projector.
I mean, look at that though. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool looking right there.
I'm
You gotta
sorry, but
admit
what
it.
there is worth $1,400? It's a mirror that throws it up on the screen.
Oh, don't be a Polly pissy pants.
Oh,
This is
come
fun
on.
here.
$1,400?
This is
Get
fun.
real.
All right.
I gotta figure out a way to figure it out. Here's something that's affordable and useful, and even you might like this. It's the Simple Net. Actually, it's just called the Simple Net. I love it. It's just, there's not even a name. It's just the Simple Net.
that simple.
It's basically a box with an Ethernet port on one side and 2 USB ports on the other, and anything you plug in is automatically on your home network. It's like
What about a scanner?
kind of like a pogo plug.
Like, what if I plugged a scanner?
Absolutely.
How does that work? Like, how does it know?
It's
because if I plug that in and then I try to install my scanner drivers, it's gonna be like, there's no scanner hooked up to this, you idiot.
Here's the
Hook up.
thing. Rather than making it like a print server where you need to have like a compatible computer that'll do that kind of thing, it makes it like USB hub that's on the Ethernet, on the home Ethernet.
Oh, so there's another piece that sits on the other end?
No, it's not. It sits on your computer on the other end, but your
It
computer
looks at it as USB. Like
exactly.
You plug it into your Ethernet and it says there's a
right.
USB device
And then
here.
once you're from there, when you have the software, you can actually do it to share, to your net, like a Pogo plug
You
or.
plug it in, so you can plug it into a router. So
Right, exactly.
That's
Make it like
pretty
a
cool.
Pogo plug. And also in some pretty cool news for everyone that has an iPhone out there, the 3.0 Facebook app finally came out. I know
playing with it
you
yesterday.
liked it. It's cool. New interface. Kind of works like Expose.
It's much better.
Much better, yeah. Fast, and you click the button, it gives you the big menu, and then it goes back. So it's really easy to switch between different sections.
Yep.
So I liked it a lot. Pretty cool. So jump on that in the App Store.
Couple of quick regulatory stories here. Regulatory stories are always fun.
Love regulatory
Yes.
stories.
The FTC, first of all, is going to ban the robocalling.
Yes,
All right?
thank God.
However, don't. Wait. They've banned robocalling, but politicians are still allowed to make robocalls. Telephone carriers are still allowed to make robocalls. Banks are still allowed to make robocalls, and I think there's another one as well. So really, all of the worst offenders can still call you all the time.
No. As long as they get rid of used car dealerships.
Or the warranty people.
Warranty people. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
No, but the worst,
Insurance.
But I love how the government bans this for everybody.
Except like,
the government.
I got people that need
They're
it.
allowed to keep doing it. And the FCC, this is good. Usually I'm not really a big fan of the FCC investigating things. Usually it doesn't turn out well for anybody.
Right.
But they are investigating the telephone carriers to look into their business practices with regards to handset exclusivity, text messaging rates, and generally the shady business practices that American cell phone companies are allowed
I like
to
it how it's
engage in.
not a specific thing this time. It's more of like a broad
No,
like.
we're just gonna look at
We've been
what you've
listening
got
to what
going
people
on
have
here.
said. Yeah, I mean, we've been telling them this stuff for years.
Yep.
Here's a poll, Facebook poll, pretty funny. Men spend about 8 minutes per day stalking their partners on Facebook.
That's not true though.
Do you stalk your partner?
No, I never look at her
Not at all.
Facebook page. No, I see her for like
8 hours
all
all day.
my time when I'm not here. Why would I be looking at her Facebook page?
15% updated their Facebook status to
She's not
make
gonna see this, right?
current or ex-partners jealous. Well,
Wait a second. We gotta stop. We gotta go back and take that out.
She doesn't. We can't. We're live. Today's like we're actually live.
On the way over.
48% read their partner's emails to check for cheating. 39% had spread rumors about an ex for revenge,
Okay.
and 15% had updated their Facebook status to make current or ex.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Partner's
had an
jealous.
ex-girlfriend. I got her email address or her email password, and I started checking her email.
Oh,
In fact,
yeah?
I still do to this day, every now and then.
Very cool.
She still hasn't changed the password after 6 years.
What a dumbass.
After 6 years, that password has not changed. I know more about her than anybody in her life, probably.
That's pretty cool,
She has
dude.
no idea.
Check this out too. This is the G Screen Spacebook.
Hey, that's what I have on my screen.
Ah, shit, look at that. You do.
All right.
Well, then you know about it. Dual
Yeah.
15.4-inch screens is what's going to come out to begin with, but they're also planning 13, 16, and 17-inch models.
This is just a dream for like freelance like graphics artists,
Yeah,
and video editors,
like
and
if
stuff
you're
like that are working on the road.
on the
all
road?
time. What's awesome about this thing is you see when you look at the picture that it's got the two displays. If you don't have a need for two displays while you're working,
you leave it as
can
one.
Slide it together.
Yeah.
One screen hides behind the other screen, and you have a single screen display.
And they're really nice. Everything else on them is really good. Like they're
It
not
looks way-
super heavy. They have a nice processor, nice memory.
When I first heard about this computer, I was like, God, that's going to look stupid. And it doesn't really look cool, but it looks a lot better than I expected.
It looks better than the
It looks like a
W.
nice, elegant solution.
It looks better than the Lenovo one, the W700 that we saw at CES, that has a little pop-out 7-inch
It
screen.
does. It looks a
That
lot
was kind of pointless. This is nice.
Yep. I got two more here. One of my favorite.
I
devices
knew that
ever.
one. I was
Yeah.
gonna send that one to you.
One of my favorite devices ever, the Squeeze Box. If you haven't yet looked into getting one of these, you probably should, because I'm one of these people that gets like new technology devices, put it in my house, use it for 3 days, and then never touch it again.
Right.
In most cases, I just don't. This thing I use, like I have a Squeeze Box and I use it all the time.
That's cool.
This is a brand new one. It's got it's called the Squeeze Box Touch, and guess what's different? It's a touch screen, capacitive touch screen. It's gonna allow you to, of course, stream all of your Last FM, Pandora, your entire iTunes collection or music collection off of your computer, all of that stuff. And it's quite cool. In fact, one of my favorite features of these devices is that you can stream Sirius
That's
straight to this thing over the internet, so you don't have to worry about having a
satellite receiver.
satellite receiver.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm actually done.
Oh, okay, I got one more.
I got
Check
one
it
more
out.
video to leave
All
them
right,
with.
this is good news for people that can use Spotify.
Not us.
We were talking about this, actually, I guess about 15 minutes ago, considering the way things went. This was Spotify. If you don't know what it is, it's a European music service that allows people to access basically an entire library of music from the music labels, put together playlists, share them with friends. There were a lot of people thinking that maybe if they came out with an application for the iPhone that it wouldn't be approved, right? What are you doing over there?
Nothing.
It wouldn't be approved because it's kind of duplicates music function of the iPod. It allows you to sort of pre-cache music files so you can listen to them offline.
Right.
And people didn't think it was going to happen. They
But-
approved it. So now people that are able to use Spotify can download an application for their iPhone, allowing them to basically have access to a unlimited celestial jukebox right there from their phone, share their playlists with all of their friends from their phone, listen to streaming radio, listen to whatever music they want to, all from the handset, which is pretty cool. And I learned that if you use a proxy to sign up for Spotify, all right? If you use a proxy to sign up, like they'll sign you up as a UK customer, okay? Then what happens is when you start logging in from outside of the country, it starts to track the fact that you might be a UK resident that's traveling, okay? So you can still use it. But if that goes on for more than a week or so, then they say, okay, this person does not have a legit account. They're obviously not from the UK. So they'll cancel you. But if you pay the monthly fee,
They don't care.
they don't care.
I
So if you sign up,
tried to sign up today.
so if you sign up through a proxy and you pay the fee, you'll be able to get away
So
with it.
that's how you do it?
Apparently so.
Then how do you get the iPhone app, though, if it's not going to be in the US App Store?
I guess you have to download it from elsewhere.
And SSH it directly to your phone?
Get to the iTunes App Store while you're going through the UK proxy. Aha!
I don't think that works. I don't think you could do that.
I don't know. That's it. So for those of you folks in Europe that are able to enjoy this beautiful thing,
It's perfect.
called Spotify.
And the desktop app is...
They're saying it should be in the United States by the end of the year. We'll see.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
Got a nice little video for you for the ultimate laziest person I've ever met.
Okay.
Rocking his baby to sleep using a simple Linux code and a DVD
What?
drive.
Let me see this. How does this happen? Because it doesn't sound that lazy because it requires you to code and construct something,
Meh.
which usually is not lazy.
It's like
right? So that's the code.
eighth of a page of code.
That's
so
the code right there.
Yeah.
I could write that in my
Eject
sleep.
CD-ROM, insert CD-ROM. Eject CD-ROM, insert CD-ROM. Eject CD-ROM, insert CD-ROM.
That kid's gonna be messed up when he grows up. Like that's what the kid's just sitting there looking at this like machine, like rocking him. That kid's gonna have serious problems. Do you think that, you know those like people that have like who write like the weird like robot sexuality fan fiction and stuff online, you know, you ever read that stuff? I don't, but I've heard of it. That's probably how it starts right there. You know, when you're raised by a computer, you're gonna grow up to want to have sex with robots. I mean,
I read the book Sex with Robots, actually.
it's a real book.
Yeah, there's an actual book about it.
I know that.
It's really good.
All right, so that's it.
All
for
right.
Today.
Take care.
Have a super weekend, everybody. I know I am. Have a good one.
Anybody's going to be in Ohio, I'm going to be at Cedar Point. Find me.
You really going to Cedar Point this weekend? I'd love to go there. I've never been there.
Millennium Force, man.
All right, have a good one. See you later.
Later.